Welcome. Happy Friday to you. And thanks for checking in. Today we are talking about, do I own my photos? I don't know. We'll talk about that in just two seconds, okay? First of all, this is the last of the series. The last one. We're finally down the end. I think this is number 17. We've covered all sorts of things and tips of hiring a professional photographer. We've talked about just about everything, copyrights. Today we're talking about own the photos. We're talking about selecting a photographer. We've talked about insurances. We've talked about equipment. We've talked about everything. So once again, this was designed to help you. So when the day comes that you want to hire a pro photographer, and that day will happen, whether it be for a wedding or for your food or for a corporate event or whatever, you'll be able to ask the proper questions to get the answers that you need to get to make your selection and decision as to which photographer you might want to go with, kind of thing, okay? So while we're here, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and like the page, okay? Just go ahead and like it, and right next to it is that little bell. Just tap on that bell there, okay? And then you get a prize when we upload the videos. And yes, we will be uploading more videos, all right? We'll talk about that a little bit more as we get going. So what we're talking about today is, do I own my photos? Do I own my images? And the answer to that is, it depends. I like that for an answer. It depends, okay? It depends on a lot of factors. First of all, whoever owns the copyright, whoever holds the copyright, usually the photographer, in the end, he actually owns the images. However, depending on the circumstances, he's going to give you the rights to use that in many different ways. For example, when I do a headshot, in writing, it states that you can use that headshot for anything you want, because I give it to you in high resolution, so you can make your business cards, or if you're going to make a talk, you can make a nice folder outside there, you know, so people know who's speaking. You're going to get low resolution, so you can use it on your website and social media and everything else, okay? And so there's no restriction. You can use it on Facebook, you can use it on anything you want to use it on. So I like to say you have full control of it. You own it, okay? I, however, retain the copyright. Now, food, and sometimes those products are a little different, okay? Or product photography can be extremely different. For example, those you usually have rights that are extremely limited. By limited, what I'm referring to is this. Coca-Cola, we're just using Coke as an example. I've never done anything for Coke, so don't misunderstand. But for Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola, or the Lay's potato chips, these big national companies, okay, they have national ads, all right? And national ad, they're going to pay a whole lot more for those rights, and that's what they have, is the rights. A local company, and I do more work for local companies, it's usually a whole lot less, okay, because they're just going to use it regionally at the most, okay, generally locally. So the rates will vary, kind of thing. The usage will vary. I told this story last week about the company I did business with some years ago, and the usage was strictly prints to make their salesmen's brochures out of, so the salesman had literature to go out and talk to people to recruit new clients into building custom machines with, okay? That was the use, period, end, okay? Then they started using it on the website. So immediately they were infringing on the rights that they had to use it for. So there's a difference. Do you own it? Yes, no, whatever, okay? That is something that you need to work out with your photographer. Now let's talk about wedding photos. That's a little different story. That's more in the personal nature. Most of the time, the photographer is going to create an album for you. He's going to create prints for you, and that's what you have, okay? That's what you got, okay? once in a while, he'll give you certain images in low resolution to use on social media, and he puts his logo huge on that sucker so that he gets some recognition for it, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just business, okay, you know? However, in the corporate thing, most of the time, I can't put my logo on a company's brochures and articles and that. They really frown. That's not the deal, okay, you know? So the difference is the rights, okay, and how you're going to use the thing. And that's just that simple. So it all depends. So the answer is, it depends, okay? You're going to have to work that out with your photographer. That's why you want to hire an experienced photographer that you can talk to, that you can work with, that you can say, hey, I really would like to do this, or I'd really like to do that. And he's knowledgeable. He's been around. He knows how to work that out for you, okay? Whatever that may be, all right? On the other hand, you deal with somebody that's not experienced and, well, they want to lay down the law and that's all there is to it, or, you know, they do things that are a big mistake for them or for you, or they give you limits that are not realistic, okay? So, you know, you need to talk to your photographer and have your photographer give you the information that you need, okay? So, take a long story, make it really short. Usually the photographer holds the copyright and the photographer then technically owns the rights to the image. You, however, are given the rights to enjoy the image and use the image for your business, for your literature, for whatever the purpose of it may be, okay? Your sales promotion, whatever it may be, kind of thing, okay? But generally, if you're given rights usage, it's for a specific thing in most cases. But it differs, okay? Depends what you want to work out with your photographer again. So that's our post. Short and sweet and to the point. Not a whole lot to it. And what we're going to do here, this is the last one, I think right up here, I get mixed up every single time that we do this. We're going to put a little post up there and it's going to show the website. So you can go to the website and touch base with us and see some of the different things that we do if you like, okay? You know, that would be wonderful. And then right up, maybe I'm mistaken, up here, I think, okay? What you're going to find is, then we're going to have a little thing at the end, and it's going to say tips on hiring a professional photographer. So with that, you can click on that. It's the series. It'll take you back to number 1, and you can follow through and catch up. So if you've missed the last 17 weeks or missed some of them, and you're interested in finding out a particular question, okay, there would be where you could go, and you could go right down the line. They're all in order, and every single one of them tells you generally what we're going to be talking about in that particular day, okay? So that's that. Next week, we're going to be doing a little thing, and it's going to sound a little crazy to you, okay? But we're going to be doing a little thing on flash clips, okay? And flash clips are the little brackets that hold speed lights, okay? Now, I'm not talking about studio lights, okay? I have them too. But this is for the speed lights, okay? So that if you don't want to pack big studio lights, you can oftentimes supplement by working with speed lights. But speed lights are a lot less power. They got a lot less options. So we're going to talk about the little brackets, okay? We're not going to get heavily into speed lights. We're going to talk about the brackets so that you can get the kind of image that you want. You can get the flow that you want and what you're looking for. So that's our post for today. Once again, I'd love to hear some comments, okay? Please go ahead, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear about it, okay? You may agree. You may disagree with today's post, okay? Tell me about it. I'd love to hear about it, all right? And that's Bill, Detroit Commercial Photo and Video once again, okay? So, in fact, if I didn't mention that before, that's who we are, okay? So, great. Have a good one. Thanks for checking in there with us. Bye.